Hey Canucks fans, excuse the mess behind me, transporting some things in my van for work. But no surprise, Carson Soucy, defenseman for the Vancouver Canucks, suspended one playoff game for his cross-check to Connor McDavid's face at the end of last night's game. Now, I must admit, at the end of last night's game, I thought it was all heat of the moment, after the whistle, battling. Maybe I was just in denial. Maybe I was hoping through an optimistic lens that the Canucks defenseman would not face any supplemental discipline. But admittedly, I woke up this morning after watching it a few times, and I had a feeling that he'd get suspended. Not more than a game. A game sounds about right. Thomas Drance did a really good breakdown this morning of all playoff suspensions due to cross-checking. And he was guessing that is very similar to some, it was similar in some ways to a lot of the one-game suspensions, but dissimilar because it rarely happens after the whistle. And that was the tricky thing about last night too, is actually I don't even know if it's going to make a difference, but Zadorov, we know, got a $5,000 fine, the maximum allowed, and then McDavid didn't get anything, not surprisingly. I'm not complaining, I just didn't think he'd get anything. And then Soucy got the one-game suspension. We don't have to go through the entire play. We know what happened. After the whistle, Soucy shoves McDavid. McDavid slashes Soucy in the shins. Soucy slashes McDavid back. And then Zadorov comes in from behind and cross-checks McDavid in his lower back. Then McDavid, as he's getting cross-checked, he falls a little bit. And then as he's falling, Soucy's cross-check that was likely supposed to hit McDavid in the upper chest ends up hitting McDavid across the chin, in the chin. I don't know if you can go across the chin, in the chin, because now McDavid has fallen about half a foot to a foot lower. Or he as he's falling after reacting to Zadorov's cross-check. So I'm sure, and I like to think, and I believe him, I'm not just saying this because I'm a Canucks fan, I believe Soucy when he says that he wasn't trying to cross-check McDavid in the face. He was definitely going for his chest, but because Zadorov had hit him first, a split second earlier, McDavid was on his way down, and that's why Soucy's stick got across the chin. However, you are still responsible for your stick, and the NHL player video, the video they released in explaining the discipline, they said that as well. They said they believe Soucy's assertion that he wasn't trying to hit McDavid in the face, but ultimately, regardless of what happened before, you are still responsible for your stick. And this did happen well after the final whistle went, and I agree with that assertion as well. So Soucy's not a dirty player. He's been fined once, he's been suspended once, but nothing to do with a cross-check to the face or anything like that. So their overall ruling was one-game suspension for Carson Soucy. I'm okay with it. I think it's fair, it makes sense, and there's probably a bit of precedence, like I said, in terms of one-game suspensions for cross-checks in the playoffs. Now, how does this affect the Vancouver Canucks? By the way, I was a little bit surprised Zadorov got a fine, but better a fine than a suspension, obviously, $5,000. It's still $5,000. It's a lot to me and maybe you. Probably not a lot to Zadorov, but still, it's still $5,000, and the league can say they did something. Not surprised that McDavid didn't get anything, a bit because he's Connor McDavid, but really, I think if it was just a slash to Soucy, and if Soucy slashed McDavid back and it ended there, neither of them would have got a fine or suspension. It's because Soucy would then followed up with the cross-check. Finally, for the Vancouver Canucks, how does this affect them? Well, I think it's Noah Juulsen, next man up, and because Soucy was playing on the left side, I think you bring Cole over to the left and you move Juulsen to the right. You keep Juulsen on his natural right side. Remember, Cole was playing on the right with Zadorov on that third pairing. I said on my stream last night, maybe that's why Cole has contributed to 5 of the Oilers' goals by playing his offside. So now you can go. You could probably go Hughes and Hronek, and then Zadorov and Myers as your second pairing, and then Cole and Juulsen as your third pairing. That's my guess. And Rick Tocchet, I know, believes in Noah Juulsen. Remember when Juulsen got that long look in the middle of the season when Soucy was out? So let's see how this goes. But obviously, Juulsen does not have the same reach and the same skating that Soucy does. But he'll play just as rough and tough, and he'll still hopefully make it really hard on McDavid and Draisaitl. So again, I'll go Hughes Hronek, I go Zadorov Myers, and I go Cole and Juulsen for game number 4. So Canucks fans, just a quick video for you. I got to get back on the road. Let me know what you think of the suspension. Is it fair? Is it too lenient? Is it too much? And does it surprise you at all? And how are you feeling about Noah Juulsen stepping up and stepping in? Let me know. Leave a comment below. I'd love to read, react, and reply. And don't forget, no show, no CCC for me tonight, but it'll be me and Parker, Canucks After Dark at 11 p.m. tonight, a later start. So hope you can join us right here on YouTube, Canucks After Dark channel at 11 p.m. Shout out to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate and Coach Patrick Liu, weight loss coach, still getting used to that. Thanks for your support, and thanks to Ledger Lucas Gates, Ledger Carol Bovenlander, Ledger Andrew Chang, and to Hall of Fame and franchise members for your support as well. And for all of you, for always watching, liking, subscribing. Always appreciate you, never take you for granted. So on your way out, like the video, subscribe, leave a donation, become a member, upgrade your membership, and definitely leave a comment below your thoughts on this one-game suspension to Carson Soucy. See you tonight, 11 p.m. for Canucks After Dark. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. God bless, and go Canucks go.